So let's give him a round of applause for Adam Morgan.
Do creative ideas work better? Is there a benefit to a creative idea versus a straightforward idea? When I tried to answer this question, my quest was to figure a way to answer it that was not subjective. Because I don't know how many of you have dealt with the whole subjectivity of headlines and creativity. It's really hard, right? Like, everyone has a different opinion about it. So how do I prove that creative ideas work better, but that's not subjective? And so that was my quest.
So for me, it was like, how do I prove to a logical left-brainer that creativity is more important or better for business? And the only way I could find that is through science.
I wanted to go back to a CFO and say, here you go. This is the reason why creative ideas work, and it's not subjective, so you have to pay attention to it because it's based on neuroscience and science, period.
A brain that can't feel cannot make a decision. A brain that can't feel can't make a decision. In reality, we as humans have so many more emotions than animals. We fear disease. We have morals. We fall in love. And what they found is it's actually the fact that we have more emotions is what makes us human.
But I think at the end of the day, we understand, if we understand how emotion works in the brain, we understand decision making, we understand, how we can retain it, how we can bring it back, like all those good things really, really help us understand that that balance is critical, that we need emotions. We can't ignore them. We can't just say, we're just gonna go straight with logic and call it a day, right? We need emotional experiences and we need creative ideas in order to improve the bottom line. That's the answer.
I can absolutely say that by understanding how the brain works, by understanding your customers, by understanding how they're human, there was a lot of talk on this last panel of being human. Absolutely the best way to use your marketing dollars is to have a balance of logic and emotion. You have to have both.
But what do we talk about all the time in media? We talk about attention span. How many articles have you read on attention span? Oh, it used to be 12 seconds, now it's 5 seconds, could be 4 seconds. And the knee-jerk reaction is, therefore, we should make our content fast. We need to make quick little headlines that are only a couple words. We need to make sure our videos are only 10 seconds long. We need to make everything fast, fast, fast because the attention spans are shrinking. Our brains can figure out if something is worth attending to in a millisecond. So is speed the issue? No. But I'd also ask, there are probably some of you who, in a position of making the decision, someone has presented an idea that's creative, and it's a bit scary. There's a lot of unknown that goes on with creative ideas. And perhaps you're like, this is just focusing too much on the emotional stuff. Let's get to the facts and figures because we got some product to sell. Are you telling the right story? Are you serving up something that is it wrapped in an emotional blanket like storytelling or a good experience? If you're not doing that, then you're missing the point.
But the truth is, the skills in leadership are completely different than the skills that you've learned as a creative person. And maybe being promoted and you don't have the right skills isn't necessarily the right step. If you think about it, how many creative directors, or of those of us who are aspiring to be one, read books on leadership? How many of us are actually taking a course, be it a college course, a Linda course, whatever, on leadership? If you want to lead, you need to read. Meaning you need to keep up with the latest trends and topics, and not just about creativity, but about marketing and about businessing, all of those things. Here's your moment of truth. If you want to be a CD, if you want to make that jump, the truth is this: the only person holding you back is you. It's not your boss. It's not your creative director. It's not the CEO of your company. They're not turds sitting in their offices thinking how they're going to ruin your life. They're not. They're focused on other stuff. If you want to be a creative director, it's your choice.